Hey, hi. Good morning, everyone. So glad to see you this morning. Today is Tuesday. It's election day, November 3rd. Hope you are going to cast your vote, vote your beliefs and how you want to see the country. Do whichever direction you want to see it. Go do that. Have your say. Um, and a part of that, believe in the impossible. Believing in the impossible. That's what we're going to talk about today. Believe in the impossible. I was reading a passage of, uh, well, I had heard about this conversation between Alice and the Queen of Hearts. And it was from Through the Looking Glass. It wasn't really like Disney's Alice in Wonderland. This was Through the Looking Glass and what Alice found there by Lewis Carroll. And Alice laughed. "There's no use in trying," she said. "One can't believe impossible things." Sound familiar, right? "I dare say you haven't had much practice," said the Queen. "When I was younger, I always did it for half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I believe as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast." And I like that. I really like that. So what are you believing for? I mean, is it impossible or is it possible? What are you believing for? Where do you see yourself going? For the possible things, that's kind of things that you can do in your own power. Now, you know it can be done, so it's in your comfort zone. You're okay with that. You know, somebody gives you a task and you know you can do it, so you're like, yeah, this is easy. I'll do it. I believe that. I believe I can do that. So somebody asks you for breakfast and they want burnt toast, so I can do that. I can burn some toast for you. So guess what? You do it. It's easy, right? But the impossible, that will stretch your faith and everything about you past that comfort zone. Believing in the impossible will it'll make you say things like, it'll force you into saying things like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because I can't do this on my own. It's gonna stretch you to really believe God and be like, nothing's impossible for God. So, he who's in me is greater, because you already know that you can't do it on your own. Now, the great thing about this, it makes you dependent on things outside of yourself. So you're not the world anymore. You are a piece of the puzzle. Now, you're a vital piece, but you're a piece, not the whole thing. So when you get to that area of where you're going to have to depend on God, then guess what? Those things, I read somewhere, it's like if you hand everything over to God, then you'll start to notice that God's hand is in everything. So being dependent on Him and others that's in your circle of influence is going to stretch you further than you could ever go, because, in a multitude of people, things get done, but you're a vital part of that. So don't discredit yourself. So I was reading in my devotion this morning, and it was talking about, just get this, the impossible in the comfort zone. I was like, this lines right up. And it was telling the story about Peter in the boat. Okay. Peter walking on water. I don't know if you ever tried to walk on water, but it's pretty impossible. Now, if you believe in the impossible, then just check this out. So Jesus was, he was off praying, right? And the rest of the fellas was in the boat, and a storm was coming, and it's tossing the boat to and fro. The boat is like about to break apart, and not only that, they look across the water and they see Jesus walking on the water toward the boat. Now, I don't know if I saw that, I would be like, either I'm already dead or I'm about to die and give up all hope. Peter did this. Now, Peter made a decision. He said, well, Lord, if that's you, let me come out there and walk with you. And Jesus said, come on. When he went out there to walk, he left the boat. Now, he got out of the boat that was kind of sinking and then walked on the water for a few minutes and got close to Jesus. He didn't even make it all the way there, but Jesus had to pull him up. But he made that decision. Now, in this scenario, I was just thinking, if the boat was sinking, it was in the comfort zone. It was the possible thing to stay afloat. But if it was sinking, would it make more sense to believe in the impossible and walk on the water, or stay in the boat, hold on to it as it sinks into the water? Either way, you're going to be in the water. So it seems like it would be better to be on the impossible side. And not only that, look at what happened. As soon as he went out there and started, guess what? Jesus said, y'all, the wind need to stop. And everything got calm. And they both got on the boat. But if they didn't believe him, which, he was coming, and they stayed in the boat, I wonder what would happen to them and the boat. Probably not a good thing. But we don't have to worry about that because it was already set in stone what was going to happen and what had happened. And we already know the story. But look at your life. Look at your own life and look at, am I holding on to what's possible and staying small, or trying to do, I see myself doing big things, but it's impossible for somebody like me to do. And if you start to believe that and be stretched, maybe big things will happen. But as long as you are in your comfort zone, guess what? If we don't ever leave the comfort zone, we stay comfortable sinking and being small in our little ship. And I don't want that for you today. I'm believing big things for myself, and I believe in big things for you, because you know what? We friends. We're like this. And as my little thing says, I'm gonna hold it backwards. Beautiful minds inspire others. So keep being beautiful and believe the impossible.